Hi, everybody. So if you've been following the blog closely or, at all, you've probably noticed I've had a pretty bad week here at Writing About Writing. And you maybe noticed I've had a couple of them lately, actually. And I'm not just talking about, like, the scheduling difficulties I've had with, since the Contrarian came along. He's almost two and he runs around everywhere. He's a lot of fun. But definitely, it's harder to write when they can run and move. Anyway, but no, actually, I'm talking about the past couple of weeks have been sort of extra terra bad. Um, and when that happens, I keep writing. I'm still writing, but it tends to go into journaling and some of my fiction. It's more for me. I'm not as good about getting blogs up and getting posts going and getting good, solid content and stuff. But it does give me an opportunity to talk a little bit about tenacity and resilience, which are just so important for writers. They're almost more important than actually the ability to write. Almost. um, there's an Octavia Butler quote that I share on the Facebook page, like almost every month. It says, "You don't start out writing good stuff. You start out writing crap, and thinking it's good stuff, and then gradually you get better at it." And that's why I say one of the most valuable traits is persistence. Um, and so when I share with people that I'm a writer, well, okay, the first thing that happens when I share with people that I'm a writer is they go, "I'm a writer." Yeah, so, but then when I'm a writer too, but then when I tell them, no, actually, I have about 1,000 readers a day and I make a few $100s a month, then they get jealous. Which is kind of funny because, I'm jealous of people who make more money and have more readers. And it's this whole jealousy pyramid. And at the top is like Stephen King laughing at all of us. Or J.K. Rowling. Both of them. They're just laughing down at us. Anyway, tangent. The thing I want to sort of emphasize here is I'm not that great of a writer. Okay? I'm okay. Mostly, though, I've been doing it for a very, very long time. 30 years. And I keep coming back to that blank page almost every day. And I keep getting things up and writing things and publishing them. Publishing, I know it's e-publishing, so. But that is the reason I have an audience, and that is the reason I have readers. It's because I keep writing. There's a tenacity and a resilience that has to come with wanting to be a writer. And I think when we look at other writers, sometimes they, we don't see their humanness in their process. We don't see, they just kind of, like every year a new book comes out, bam. And it's like, I think as young writers who want to try to emulate their success, sometimes we think that those books just kind of fell out of their brain, or we don't understand their process. And I want to make sure you understand a couple of things. Number one, every writer is going to have a bad day. Every writer is going to have a friend who is having health issues, or, just absolutely horrible fights with their partners, or, their own health is not so good, and so they just can't write that day, or they can't write anything that means anything that day, and they just write limericks or something. Every writer goes through this. They all do. And we don't get to see that because we just see the book show up in the bookstore every year and kind of think it's magic. And one of the things that I want to do with this blog, with Writing About Writing, is to make sure you all see you see the process. You see my bad days. You see my failures. You see the places where I'm like, I'm going to make this many hits, and then I don't. And you see, that I often have bad days, have bad weeks, kind of need to phone it in a little bit. And I want you to know as a writer that that's okay. Here's the other thing I can guarantee you, okay? Um, when you're talking about writers that you probably want to emulate, be they literary giants like Hemingway or Faulkner or whatever, or just, well-read, super popular J.K. Rowling, Dan Brown, Stephen King types. I don't like that dichotomy much, but you get the idea. No matter who they are, I guarantee they have bad days, but I also guarantee this. They keep writing. Okay, they keep coming back to the page, even if they have a terrible week, even if they have a terrible month. They keep going. So I just want to encourage everybody out there who's writing and has terrible days. Number one, give yourself a break and forgive yourself. They can't all be 2,000 word days. And number two, keep going. All right, thanks.